Hey, Stephen. All right. Good writing here. Thank you very much for sharing this. I think there's a lot of things that I'm going to cover in this critique that are going to make a lot of sense to you because you're mentioning a lot of things here that you seem like you're kind of on the fence about. You're wanting to change them, but you're not sure if you should. So let's just go ahead and clarify some things and let me make some comments here on basic page mechanics of the ad itself. Now, the good news is that you're showing really outstanding proficiency in the objective. So you've got the logo placed beautifully. You've got the masked image showing good masking techniques there. You've got your type placed, and you've got that wonderful background image. So things are looking good. Now, in terms of page mechanics and in terms of the ad itself, I think we can improve. And the main thing I'm seeing, as I mentioned this before, in some of my feedback was that this image is very, very damaged. This masked image, it's really damaged. If you zoom in, you can see it's really pixelated, and it's just look how clear that background image is, and look how muddy this image is. So I would recommend that you replace this background image. I'm sorry, not a background image. Replace that masked image. It shouldn't be too terribly difficult to find a different image of someone walking on this pier. It might even be a better idea to find an image of somebody walking towards us as opposed to away from us, because the back turned on the audience, as it were, it kind of seems a little bit confining. It's not a real welcoming ad because her back is to us. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? If not, let me know. I'll see if I can clarify that. But it's not as warm and inviting as it would be if the person on the walkway were facing us. Do you see what I'm saying? Okay. Now, in terms of page mechanics, there's some things I think I would recommend that we just go ahead and stick with the traditional ad here. Meaning, let's forget this big giant 50% off. Don't need it. Don't need it. Right now, it's really throwing your hierarchy off. So let's get rid of that completely. I recommend you do this. All right, watch my cursor. Headline right here. Okay? Think of a headline. Then think of a subhead. Okay? Then this paragraph of body copy right here. And then logo, lower right-hand corner, address, lower left-hand corner. And that's it. Really simple. And it's going to work. It's going to really be a harmonious page. The next thing I'd like you to do is remember your type requirements. So that headline, you place that headline, it's going to be Arial bold. Subhead is going to be Arial bold italic. Body copy is going to be regular Arial. I think right now, if you were to print this page out, you would see that this type is enormous. It's really, that's probably 14 or 16 point type size. You want to get that down to about that body copy down to about 12, and that might even be a little large. About 12. Think about that. So again, headline, okay, subhead, then body copy over here. All right, then masked image, logo, lower right, contact information, lower left, and go ahead and give that actual address from the style guide. And this is not correct address. So. You definitely want to use the correct information that's provided in the style guide for that. Okay, so those are my recommendations. I think it's really going to simplify the ad quite a bit. It's going to allow the viewer to digest it in a more logical way. Because right now this is really throwing us off. I mean, this is just pulling the ad right to it at all times. I know that's your intent, but this seems like more of a flyer and less of an ad with this big thing right here. So I say we get the ad with the way that we are going to compose this ad. The viewer is going to read the type definitely because it's harmonious with the page. So if you add the headline, the subhead, and the body copy as such, the viewer will follow a hierarchy. They will read the headline. They will read the subhead. They'll go right to the body copy, and they'll get that 50% off. So we don't need this big thing kind of muddling things up here. Okay, so great start, good job, and I would like to see those recommendations incorporated in your final magazine ad. Now listen, if you have any questions or if anything that I've said in the last 4 minutes and 28 seconds doesn't make sense, let me know. I'll be glad to clarify, but you're very, very close. All right, Stephen, good job. Thank you.